Hey everybody, it's your boy Dre, and it has been a minute, literally just a week. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back. And sorry I'm late with the stream today. It has been an interesting morning to say the least. Internet was out here for a little bit. So once the internet got back up, I was able to actually get on the live and do the live and be with you guys today. So first and foremost, I do want to say a big shout out, and you guys know I've been doing this lately, is I'm doing these shout outs for smaller channels that are, and I don't want to say smaller by subs count. It's just like they're newer to channels to me, and I wanted to get it out to you, gentlemen and ladies out there to consume. There's a gentleman on YouTube by the name of Figure Fever. I met him yesterday while I was actually in EC Collecting's F and Figure podcast stream, and he introduced me to, or actually, this gentleman introduced himself to me, and well, he just is an awesome dude. Definitely need to check him out. I will post his in the comment section of the live stream. I will post his video, his website, and stuff that you can go check him out at. He's, like I said, a very cool dude, and you should be just looking at it. He does have a 100 subscriber live stream that is gonna, or not live stream. He does have a 100 subscriber. Pardon, I am like tongue tied today. A 100 subscriber contest that you need to check out, and I'm gonna pin that video as well in here. Phil, what up, my dude? Rolando, what up? So yeah, definitely y'all give this gentleman a check. Figure Fever. He is very cool. So as always, you guys know I love to give the shout outs to my boys that come in and say hello to my brothers. Obviously, my boy Yukon Phil. Obviously, I will give a heads up about that. Due to some scheduling issues, Yukon and I will be rescheduled to March the 2nd. So Saturday, March the 2nd, we will be having our show. It just, like I said, that's just scheduling issues. It happens. Life happens. So giving that heads up. And then obviously my boy Rolando on the very first episode, I gave him a shout out because Rolando's been killing it doing his toy hunts. He's a pillar in the toy community. Everybody loves him. Y'all need to just be checking him out, you know. But I appreciate you for listening, Rolando. Be safe while you driving. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of just be like, hey, you know, I did get a pickup today because it has arrived. I will crack it open. I do have a mail call that will be probably for next week. It just shipped yesterday. So if you guys haven't been keeping tabs, Big Bad Toy Store is doing a ton of sales on high end collectibles. Yesterday they did the what was it? Yesterday was Boba Fett. The Mayfex Boba Fett was like $40. So for you Black Series collectors that have been wanting a better Boba Fett, and then Monday, Big Bad Toys did a hell of an awesome sale on Mayfex Steel and Mayfex Cyborg Superman. So your boy copped Cyborg Superman. He'll be here next week. And from my boy Toyco, she has arrived. And oh, this thing is freaking dope. I did not think I was gonna want this, but yeah. Mayfex Rescue. This is amazing. I have the Marvel Legend, and this thing blows the Marvel Legend out the water. Like wow, wow. I remember seeing the preliminary shots of this thing a couple years, like about a year and a half ago, and I was like, man, this thing looks dope. And I said, I'm not gonna get the high end version. I got the Marvel Legend. Nah, dude, this is so worth it. It's fire. Like I can't even. Cannot even. You get 3 head sculpts, a ton of accessories, and a stand, a flight stand, and I paid $100 for it. Not bad. Not bad at all. She is definitely I cannot wait to unbox her. So, what else is going on? If you guys didn't recognize, oh, hey, Figure Fever, look, it's the guy of the hour. Hey, not a problem, Figure Fever. It is always good to support the community. I am a big proponent of making sure people in the community get heard and have an opportunity to be spotlighted. I feel like we don't get that often in this community. There's a lot of people out there that are very um, single-minded in how they view giving people an opportunity to shine. And I felt like this would be a great opportunity to get somebody that's like-minded out there in the world. So thank you. So if you guys didn't realize the hashtag, we want Cody. So I didn't realize how many American Nightmare t-shirts I have of Cody's from the independent days, from the Ring of Honor, from the New Japan, the Bullet Club run, and his early AEW run. So ironically enough, I decided to wear my American Nightmare shirts. I'm going to be wearing each one of those shirts until we get an answer. And hopefully tomorrow during the press conference, we will have an answer because we want Cody not versus Seth. We want Cody versus Roman. He deserves what his opportunity is. Like I said, I have met Cody Rhodes several. It was over 6.5 years ago. I met Cody, and it was like right when he was on the Indies, and it was like right when he was in Bullet Club. He was working for Ring of Honor. It was at an Atlanta show. I met him in the it was the right there at the arena. It was a small arena, and I walked up to him. He's freaking just a larger than life character, just a really nice guy. And then I got to meet him again and actually talk to him in Cabarrus, North Carolina, of all places, where my nephew Devin was getting a picture when Cody was the Ring of Honor World Heavyweights Champion and was holding the Ring of Honor title. And my nephew ran over to me to tell me, "Hey, look, I'm taking a picture with Cody." And Cody was like just surprised because he Devin ran away with the belt to me. And I just was like floored. Cody walked over to me and him, shook my hand. We had a good like 5-10 minute conversation. And then just they went and we took pictures and then it was the end of the day. I was just like so just or we went and watched the matches, but floored by how amazing Cody was. So for those of you that don't know, Cody really is a genuinely good person, like outside of the ring as well as inside the ring. And the BS that's going on with him, not fair. So we want Cody. Hashtag we want Cody for Mania. So that's what I wanted to just put that out there. So y'all saw, like I said, man, I can't help but look at this figure. It's freaking dope. I'm sorry, this thing is fucking amazing. And Mafex does female characters right. I don't care what anybody says. I wish they did the entire line of Endgame characters for Mafex. That's the only thing I could say I don't really like. Like Mafex did this entire um they did Spider-Man, which I already have. They've done Rescue. They did Iron Man. They've done Thanos, but they haven't done like Cap, Thor, Scarlet Witch. They didn't do like anybody else from the rest of the movie. And it'd be cool because Endgame is one of my favorite movies. It would have been nice for them to do like the entire like wave of figures. And it might be that there's just getting a license and it's going to come out eventually. But yeah. Um, what else is going on? Talk a little wrestling. Actually, let's talk a little bit more wrestling. I'm going to go obscure. A little outside interference on this one. For those of you that don't know, Satoshi Kojima or Satoshi Kojima. is the current reigning and defending Major League Wrestling (MLW) heavyweight champion. He beat Jacob Fatu. The rumor is that Jacob Fatu is scheduled to make a debut in WWE, um, which would be amazing because he is the cousin to Roman Reigns and a nephew to The Rock, and he's cousins with Jimmy and Jay Uso. I mean, it would be. I know that WWE, Booker T, lots of the higher ups have been pushing to get Jacob Fatu. I mean, the guy is amazing on the Indies, and I'd love to get him in WWE. So, all right, so I was wrong. Say figure fever. He is correcting me, which I yeah. So you're right. SH Figure Arts did the Thanos. That's right, and Mayfex did Cap. There, is it recent? Because I didn't get him and I haven't seen him. Let me go check Big Bad Toys while we're on the live. Because I'm a little. I mean, I'm not doubting you. I'm doubting myself. And for those of you that did not get the Marvel Legends 2-pack Venom Space Knight 2-pack that was a Target exclusive, apparently the pre-order has just gone up on Big Bad Toys. It's $56.99, which is what it was retailing at a Target. And so now, I mean, literally, folks, if you miss it at Targets, it seems like most of the online retailers are trying to get them, and they called it Marvel. So it's the Marvel Legends Venom Space Knight and Marvel's Mania exclusive 2-pack. So Hasbro's just getting it and putting it in where they can. Damn you, 3-0. I might need to get this Iron Man. So 3-0 just did the Mark 85 suit. That looks awesome. That really looks awesome. And it's scheduled for the second half this year. But I wanted to see if Mayfix did the cap because I know they did the stealth suit cap. They did. All right, so they have the Infinity War with the Black Panther shields. They have the first Avenger, which I know that they did the pre-order. Well, I know Big Bad doesn't have it, but they probably did it. I don't doubt you. Oh yeah, Phil, it is huge. It is like the Aoni family is one of the largest Samoan families we have in professional wrestling. You're gonna realize it more and more that it's a lot. There's a lot of them. So it's interesting. Um, and Fig Fever, you said the cap was released a couple years ago. I'm gonna have to do some digging because I all I saw was the one with the Black Panther shields with the beard, not the bloodied up. I think SH Figure Arts did the worthy cap, and that one I know they did the hot toy. I know they've done it was the hot toy, and then they did the SH Figure Arts. So, and I know Mayfix did the Thor, the Endgame Thor, with both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. So, and that Iron Man looks dope. The 30112 scale Iron Man. I'm pre-ordering that. It looks fire, and it would go perfect because it's got the rescue like the it's like it's got a flight stand, so it'll be perfect to match with that rescue for like a display. So, but what else is going on with you guys? Well, I'm gonna take a break from talking about what I'm talking about and just making sure you guys are okay. So, what's going on with y'all? like I said, we got a lot going on in the world of wrestling, a lot going on in toy collecting. I know McFarlane just announced those Page Puncher GI Joes, and they look terrible. And I mean, I know it's his way of trying to make a cheaper figure to compete with the reaction line, but I'm done. Like I already tapped out of McFarlane. McFarlane and I are done. I'm I'm not touching McFarlane. Yeah, you're probably right, Fig Fever. They probably did release both of those. I'm gonna have to take a look and see because I want the Mafex versions of the I want that Mafex cap. Like if they did make that the worthy cap, I do want that one because it would look dope. Because I've already seen the Tony, and I'm eventually gonna get the Tony because it has him in the position to do the snap, and I know that SH Figure Arts just released their version of it as well. And since they're both about the same price, it literally just comes down to who has the better head sculpt for Tony. Well, it's a pass for me on all McFarlane now. Like I've literally forsaken McFarlane. I think the last McFarlane figure I picked up was that Red Tornado because I've never seen a version of the Red Tornado in any wave that was like even in a 6-inch wave. So I just I always check reviews of figures. I always do. I'm I've been in this game a long time collecting figures. So for me, it's I always like to get an idea of what I'm looking at before I spend the money or dip my money into something as big as an investment as you know. Hey Rex, how you doing, my brother? But you're right. I always will definitely check it out and see what's going to be good about it. I'll give you guys a little bit of a life update. So, well, the wife and I were talking about this. We were looking to push our Disney trip from Christmas time, which is not at it's not on Christmas like it was when we left 2 years ago. It's the trip is the 28th, and I booked it, but then we were trying to see if we could push it to the spring because we wanted to try to see if we could get it at spring break. And Disney informed me very politely, and it was kind of an interesting phone call because I was calling to ask them a couple questions to see if I could postpone the trip. And they were like, "Did you get the insurance?" I said, "No." Well, if you don't have the trip insurance, you can't move your trip. So I was like, "Okay." They were super sweet about it and nice, but it's just something interesting. So I'll still be going to Disney this fall or this Christmas time into the new year. So I'm excited. Let me see. Phil has asked me a question. He says, "Have you checked out those YOLO Park Transformer model kits? They're insane." I have, and I saw the Cheetor, I saw the Optimus Primal, and I've seen the Bumblebee. The Bumblebee I did not like, but the Cheetor and the Optimus Primal looked fire. And for $35 is not a bad price point. Hey, I like that you're working on those helmets, man. You're killing it. You're killing it, my dude. I respect it. We love the game. So, does anybody have any questions for me? I know it's usually early in the stream when I start asking that, but I feel like I don't like always talking in these streams, and I do have a lot of stuff I could talk about. I just wanted to see if there was anything y'all have questions for me. I did. Oh, I will say this: I did pre-order as part of my Valentine's Day gift from my wife, Skull and Bones or Skull X Bones for PS5. I will be playing that next. I thought it released for some reason. I thought it released on Friday. It does not. It releases next week, but you had to pre-order the premium edition to get the 3-day early access, and then they're doing a free play this weekend. Actually, not this weekend. It's tomorrow to Sunday. So it is this weekend actually. So from tomorrow to Sunday, you get to play the game for free, and any progress you make in the game carries over if you bought the game. Let's see. So Figure Fever says Mayfex will be releasing Stealth Cap and Winter Soldier. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Stealth Cap. That's one of my favorite Captain Americas. I've never bought the Marvel Legend, so I did eventually get the new released Marvel Legend, but I pre-ordered the Mayfex one because I want the Mayfex one when it went up. And do I have any custom figures? I do not. And here's the reason why I do not have customs. Every time I've wanted to get a figure that I've always thought of a figure that I could kit bash and make, somehow, somewhere, some way, the figure gets released. So it's kind of odd irony of life that you're like sitting there and you're kind of like, hey, I want this figure. When is it going to come out? And then bing, it comes out. So that's kind of how it's been. I do respect the Kit Bash game. And when I was collecting Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, there was a lot of ability to kit bash those and create your own figures. So there's a lot of opportunity as my oh, that helmet looks dope, Rex. That looks fire. So that's why I don't have any custom. Plus some customs I've looked at, there have been a few customs that I've wanted that have been just way overpriced and I wasn't working at the time. So funds were limited. And now that I am working and I'm not really investing, I'm investing into the hobby, but not as much. Like my next pre-order isn't till almost April of this year, late March, early April, which are one of those Mayfexes. So I'm trying to invest more money from my hobby into things I want to do with my family. I mean, as you can see here, these three gray bins right here, ooh, right there, these three gray bins are all my loose figures that have yet to find a home on a shelf. So for those of you that don't know, the bottom one is McFarlane. The middle one is miscellaneous, like Star Wars Black Series, the ones I kept, a couple of Lucy's, and then the top one's Marvel Legends. That's it. I've gone from 18 crates, the large crates, down to these three crates, small little crates right there. And eventually, once we get to, I'm gonna go to IKEA with the wife during spring break this year, and we're gonna look for some new furniture for the house. I'm gonna purchase some new shelving, and we need a couple new bookshelves anyway in the house for my wife's books. And we're replacing some of the crappy ones we have. I'm gonna get some nicer ones, and then buy a nice display unit to put my figures in. But yeah, the custom figure game is very dope. I just wish I had the funds to like back then when it was really booming. I wish I could have invested the funds into it, but I was just not. And now it's like pretty much if there's a figure I want, they've made it already. If they haven't made it, they're going to make it. Like 3-0 has been doing is killing it with the 112 stuff that they're doing. I haven't picked up any of those figures yet. Sentinel, I feel dropped the ball. I'm waiting for them to get their freaking Spider-Man Noir out to us. I know that they've got it boxed. It's being released, and I know a lot of people have been showing the early unboxings, but I still haven't seen it for pre. I pre-ordered one. I haven't received it yet. So there's that. The other thing I'm waiting on is I'm trying to remember. I'm waiting on my two hot toys that are coming out later this year, which is Spider Punk and um, the Evil Miles from Across the Spider Verse, because y'all know that's my Spider Man. Um, I'm trying to remember what else. Hopefully today, I'm gonna go swing by the comic book shop when I'm finished here and see. Obviously, I'll be doing my comic book chats video. I'll be filming that later today. I am gonna apologize. Those videos are coming slow and steady because I've been trying to do everything through StreamYard, and I've had very little chance to get stuff done. I will state this, and I totally can't believe I forgot this. Dave and I are going to be um back. We have our show back. Yes, we. I know we took a bit of a hiatus because of Dave's job. We did record 2 episodes on this past Sunday, and we're gonna record. Or sorry, two this on Saturday. We recorded 2 episodes. This Saturday, Dave and I will probably record 2 more episodes, and then we'll get those out for you guys. So at least we have the next few episodes, and then hopefully we're gonna try. I'll try to go live um, for the Oscars, so we can talk about the Oscar nominations because more of the films for the Oscars have been released, so I can watch it, like American Fiction, which I've been dying to see. Um, I already have Oppenheimer. Um, I didn't buy Barbie, and everybody's telling me I should have bought Barbie. So I'm gonna try to look for that on Blu-ray today. I'm gonna hit. I'll probably hit a Best Buy on the way home, even though they're not carrying physical media anymore. So I may order it through Amazon. But I've been hearing so much negativity behind it. I'm a big physical media guy. I like to have my movies. If y'all didn't know, like I said in the video, which will be released today, I'm a big cinephile. I love movies. I love having them physical because when the power, like when streaming services go down and a movie goes with it, you don't have it anymore. But if you have the Blu-ray, you have the movie, so you don't really lose out. So good question. Any other questions you guys have for me? Feel free to hit me with them. And hopefully, Phil, with the YOLO Park mention, I will do my best. At one point, I will be purchasing one of these kits to try to build on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Like I'm gonna try my best to buy one. Um, the Cheetor one looked the coolest. So, but I still might get Optimus Primal because I liked Optimus Primal. And if I'm gonna have one to build that's gonna be in my collection, Optimus Primal. Yeah, I'm a big, like I said, for me, I'm a big cinephile. I need my movies. I love having the digital version of a movie, but like for example, I'm a big Apple head. For those of you that don't know, I love Apple. I have an iPad. I have an iMac computer. I have an iPhone. I gave my teen daughter my Apple Watch. you know, my wife has an iPhone. I have an iPhone. We're pretty much all Apple users in the house. The I've bought before my wife and I got married, I had several movies I bought on my tablet because when I lived with roommates, and you don't really want to interact with anybody and you're in a bad mood and you just want to lay in bed, I didn't feel like watching stuff on my PlayStation, so I would buy the movie on iTunes. So I have like 6 or 7 movies on iTunes um that are just there. But if the license ever gets pulled for those movies, I'm only paying for the license. I'm not paying for the movie. Same with my PlayStation, which I found this out really funny. It's interesting. So many years ago, when PlayStation 4 used to let you rent movies or buy movies, Interstellar is still on my PlayStation 4. It's not on my PlayStation 5. Like you cannot watch it on my PlayStation 5. You can't do anything with it. But on the PlayStation 4, as long as they're still supporting it, Sony lets me have Interstellar, which is crazy to me that they allow that. So that's just interesting in and of itself. But I'm going to say this though, for those of you that are not fans of physical media, you should be. I mean, in this day and age that, like, and it's funny, I'm saying this, mind you, I have Apple Music. So I don't have a CD collection at all. I used to many years ago, and my wife actually has a pretty sizable CD collection and record collection, um, and book collection. I mean, she's really big into physical media. Excuse me. So I I have a lot of my old J-pop CDs, a lot of my old J-rock CDs. I have. Excuse me. Let me grab a cough drop. Sorry, I've been fighting this gunk is the best way to call it, and I hate it. So Ricola to the rescue. All right. So, damn, those berry Ricola just taste good. But yeah, you need to have physical media. It's just there's something about it. I don't understand why people don't like it. You know, kids these days don't really recognize the reason why they still have it. I think you should. Um, and that's my take on it. So I like these things to be more of a conversation. I hate just talking at you guys. Hit me with some more questions because I love answering them. And I'm putting socks on while I'm here because my feet are cold. It's chilly here in North Carolina, North Cracker. What pre-orders am I looking forward to? That's actually a very good question. And there are a few pre-orders I am looking forward to. Through my local comic book shop, which I go to every week to get my weekly comic books. Um, I have my two hot toys, which are like I said, Spider Punk and the Evil Miles. Those two are like those are later this year, but we just because I know how Sideshow is and how long those things take to come out, I'm gonna say that because they were so hot, they're hot items. I'm probably not gonna get them when they say they're releasing. Because even the store owner told me he's like, um, what was it? Sideshow won't release them probably on time. So they said that they're like I know Spider Punk is due out like in October. Let me see. I'll tell you guys right now. All right. So I'm looking at Big Bad Toys. All right, he's okay. Spider Punk is well. Big Bad Toys is definitely not saying it right. Let me look at Hot Toys because if I could give you guys, I'd rather give you guys the accurate idea versus what I'm seeing on there because they said March 2025, and I mean, hey, I'm okay if that's how long I gotta wait, but something tells me I don't think I have to wait that long. Okay, let's see. Now that we're in the Spider-Man figures, damn, they still waitlisted Miles. 20 20 oh 2099 did get he's up for pre-order still. All right, Spider Punk is still up for pre-order. Wow. Yeah, so for those of you that did not pre-order your Spider Punk, there are two editions. I pre-ordered the regular edition or the collector's edition, not the special edition. He says he's expected to ship in October, between October to March 2025. I'm almost going to guarantee that March 2025 is going to be when he's releasing. That's kind of what we were expecting. And the same with the Miles, because the Miles is supposed to release around the same time. So those are two of the biggest ones I'm waiting for. The other figures I'm waiting for that I'm really hot for pre-order wise, um, Stealth Suit Cap. Um, Bloodshot, the figure, the 3-0 figure, I'm actually intrigued more than I am like anticipating it. And there are a couple of anime releases I am excited about. But other than that, not really a whole hell of a lot. Like I said, I pushed back a lot of pre-orders. I canceled a lot of pre-orders. Most of the stuff I'm looking forward to is the Mayfix stuff, the Marvel release stuff, the a lot of their DC release stuff that they're doing. And I know a lot of Mayfix got moved to next year due to the supply chain issues that we still are having in 2024. Really, folks. I mean, I know we're only like a month and a week into the year. Ah, you do Figma too. Nice. Metroid Dread. I never finished playing that game, and it's one on my list of games I need to purchase so I can replay for my Switch. Because I got a Switch. I've had my Switch for a hot minute, and I was playing Pokemon on it, and I love it. And this is just a skin that I got for the Joy Cons. I got the what was it, Splatoon Joy Cons, and then I got a Pokemon Ghastly because he's one of my favorites. And it was like a skin that you could put over a silicone sleeve you could put over your Joy Cons, and a little thingies for your uh, thumbsticks. But that's cool, man. Yeah, CD Japan was. It's funny. You're hitting me in the feels, man. CD Japan was like, for any anime fan in the early 2000s, late 90s. CD Japan was your way to get like really good. Like, you wanted a music CD, you had to go through CD Japan. If you didn't live, I lived in New York at the time, so I would be able to go to like Kinokuniya or oh god, it was Kinokuniya or like Book Off or any of the Japanese bookstores, and I'd be able to just purchase it in the store and just pay the import price. Or I'd have to go to CD Japan, and then now they have like Book Off, and you have so many different places now that you can go to in New York and get them. And then they have like CD Japan is still a thing, and I know they blew up because they have like video games and they do 10,000 other things now, which is really cool. So definitely, man, hit me in the feels. So, any other questions? I do love, like I said, I do love answering them. I do love the fact that there were the pre-orders. That was one of the big pre-orders I was looking forward to. I am looking forward to getting. Trying to remember. I just pre-ordered it too. I think it was a Chainsaw Man. Um, Power. It was Power. Makimi and somebody else. I pre-ordered their SH Figure Arts because they just went up for pre-order. And I am a big Common Rider fan, so I am getting those re-releases. And I'm waiting for Gotchard to come in because that's like the new one, and they just did his ultimate form or one of his ultimate forms. See, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I'm trying to figure out the Big Bad Toys used to do those points too, and I don't know where they keep telling me I have points, but then when I look, they say I have nothing, and I'm like, I just bought a bunch of Mayfex from you guys. Yeah, this is Common Rider. This is Kamen Rider Drive. This is a show from like the early 2000s, late 90s. These are re-releases of the older figures, and they up the paint and articulation, and basically they took all the Heisei writers and have done them like this is the now I don't have any of these already. So like Hibiki, I don't have. That's Zio in the middle. Uh Kabuto. I think that's Kabuto. Xaid and Drive. Now I have Drive. I already bought a version of Xaid. I already had another character from Drive. So I wanted the original rider. Yeah, I'm a big Common Rider fan. I love Power Rangers, but Power Rangers Lightning collection, I just actually sold off to the local comic book shop my entire Lightning collection wave, every figure I had. And I love Jason David Frank. May he rest in peace. I got to meet him. My wife and I got to meet him with our teenage daughter, who wasn't a teenager at the time, and we got that. That was like our first family picture we took. And yeah, I'm not looking to. I wanted to keep them, but I had no place to display them. And because I didn't, I just decided to sell the entire collection off. And that was like all the Dracons, all the rare figures that they only had like the limited release runs that are now like skyrocketed in price. But because I don't have the time, I only have 2 days off a week, and both my days are so involved and heavily already like booked for what I'm gonna do. I just don't have the time to like sell on Mercari, ship it, do like my wife. I used to do that as a hustle, a side hustle. I just don't have it anymore. So now whatever I have, if I have extra stuff that I just don't want, either I will sell it to friends, give it as a gift, or I'll take it to the shop and see if he wants it. Um, Fig Fever. I don't know if you got this, but did you get this guy? This is one of my absolute favorite figures of all time. Already for this year, this is probably going to rank in the top 5 figures of this year. That's that Bruce Lee SH figure arts is going to be the bomb. I don't like Super Seven, and I hate Super Seven, but that's going to be the figure of the year. If it doesn't become figure of the year, it has to lose out to a Mayfex or another SH figure arts in my mind for that to not be figure of the year this year. Again, hot take, my take on it. We'll see what people say. Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. Like, I honestly, people think that once, and it's funny, a lot of my single friends tell me, oh, well, you could still buy figures, you could still buy this. Yeah, but I have 3 kids, a wife, bills, car note, insurance, trips we're taking. I have limited funds. So I budget. I have a budget I play with, and it's a decent budget, but I'm not gonna raid my budget or go over budget for just everything. I have a limit to what I'm doing too. So yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. Oh, I forgot to show this off too. So remember, I remember mentioning this that since I'm taking the girls to SmackDown this week to see WWE SmackDown, this is Rory's Oscar T-shirt. So WWE does make toddler shirts, folks. You got to look for them on their website, but they don't come with the official sticker on them. It's WWE, but it's not like they say it's official. But and then I got Lana. Lana got Beware the Empress, and then I have Randy Orton's new T-shirt that says Daddy's back." So, but I'm probably gonna be wearing one of these Cody shirts. I ain't gonna lie. I'm mad at The Rock, so I may be wearing this. Just putting that out there. But yeah, Fig Fever. I'm a big wrestling nerd. I'm a big. I don't buy wrestling figures anymore, but I do. Eventually on the rare occasions I pick up the T-shirts. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm taking a little bit like of my figure collecting has shifted into more high end collectibles. Oh yeah, dude. Okay, so my wrestling. I'm gonna be very honest. The SmackDown seats I have are nosebleed. We can see the ring, but because I missed out, they're not as terrible. So they're like the mid tier expensive. Like for both our seats, I think it was like $140 after tax, event, and everything was like $140. I was trying to see if I could get another seat where we were sitting, but sadly I couldn't because I found out Rory is 3.5 years old, and when you're above two, you have to have a ticket for a 2 year old. For a 3 year old, anybody above two has to have a ticket. So I didn't think that because WWE's website said anybody under three is fine, three and under is okay, but the Spectrum Center said no. So Rory's gonna be staying with my wife. Lana and I are gonna go, and I do, like I said, I'm gonna get to meet some of the wrestlers, which is gonna be awesome. But my view of the ring is good here, not great. My view of the ring in March when I'm in on March 3rd when I'm in Greensboro for Sting's last match. Those seats are going to be freaking amazing, and I'll be posting those pictures to Instagram because this will be the first time I'm going to actually be, or no, yeah, it'll be the first time I'm actually at a AEW pay per view event because this is Revolution, Sting's last final match with Darby against the Young Bucks. And I'm excited because I love the Young Bucks. I've met Nick and Mac Jackson. I have their T-shirt signed behind me, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. Like we have a lot going on. The month of March is actually going to be pretty crazy in the Wyatt Saunders house. We have Sting's last match the first week that I'll be going to Greensboro on March 3rd. The week after that, my teen is going to be going to Lana goes to DC for 3 days. She comes back from DC. We're the family, as a family, we're going to Richmond. And in Richmond, we're going to go to, in Richmond, Virginia, we're going to go to GalaxyCon. I have friends that live in Richmond, so I'm looking very forward to seeing them. I haven't seen them in years, so it'll be great to see them. Going to the convention, I got some great pictures and videos. I'm going to do a whole, I'll film a little bit. I'm only going to be there really Saturday because we're leaving late Friday evening and we're going to leave probably early Sunday. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of video, but I'm going to try to record some. And I know I have a lot packing into Saturday afternoon. So yeah, it's March Madness in the Wyatt Saunders house. It's very well said. And then we die down. Spring break. My wife is going to be off from work. I took off. Well, I have off one of the days that she'll be off during that week. We're going to go to IKEA. Um, our teen, she's going to be going to Tampa to visit family, and then while she's in Tampa, we're going to be looking for furniture for the house on my day off, and then you know that's April, and then May rolls around. It's you got Mother's Day. We have the anniversary of my mom's birthday. May she rest in peace. It'll be 11 years this year that she's passed. So I'll be celebrating that for mom, and then we have June Father's Day, Rory's birthday, then literally roll into June, into July. Then you got my wife's birthday, my birthday, August. I think we're not if we go since we're going to GalaxyCon Richmond. I think we're gonna pass on GalaxyCon Raleigh. I don't have the time off to take off for those days in March and then in July and then do it again in for Christmas. So I'm trying to set it up that I'm gonna use my time to set up for Christmas so I can take off for our Disney trip. So and then Christmas time we got Disney. So yeah, we got it. We definitely got the year. Like I said, the year's pretty booked up. And for Rory's birthday, I think we're gonna try to do something special for Rory. She's gonna be 4. Um, we haven't taken her to the beach, and I think we might try to do a beach trip for her birthday. Her birthday's on a Sunday, so I might take off the Sunday from work and that Friday from work, and then we just go for like a long weekend. so that way we could take her to the beach, or we might go to Great Wolf Lodge because she loves swimming, and we may do that for like a night, do like Saturday into Sunday, where she can just be there all day, go swimming, and have a good time. So we do, like I said, we do have a couple of things planned in the pipeline, and it's a lot more family stuff. I mean, when you got kids, you got to enjoy your kids, you know, whether they're your kids, niece and nephew, stepchildren, whatever, they're your kids. You got to enjoy them. So I am looking at the time. It's been 50 minutes. This live was usually I go for an hour, but because I'm coughing a whole lot, I want to get, what? Ooh, let me see. What's this? What'd you say? Oh no, Great Wolf Lodge. I've been there. I'm trying to think. We went to Great Wolf Lodge for my nephew's birthday. My brother-in-law, they sold their house, and it was like my brother-in-law's birthday was at like Christmas time. His birthday is in like December, and my teen daughter's birthday is the beginning of the month. So like as a Christmas gift to all of us, like he basically they paid for our entire family for 2 nights, like in his family, like so we all went, and then we went to Great Wolf Lodge. We got to go swimming. We had a nice room. It was actually a nice experience. I mean, it's about an hour and 20 minutes drive from my house to the Great Wolf Lodge here in Charlotte, or in the Charlotte area, I should say, because in Concord, it's in the Concord Mills area, Cabarrus area, which is about like a little over an hour and like 10 minutes from my house, um, with no traffic. So we're I would like to take Rory there again and try to like do that because sadly a lot of the nieces and nephews that are close enough to Rory's age all live in New York, and it makes it difficult when she's the youngest and there's not many young girls or boys that can, you know, play with her. So I think we just may take her to go swimming at Great Wolf, or take her to Great Wolf for the night, or we take her to this aquarium like we did last year. She really loved it, the Sea Life Aquarium. She had a great time and she loves seeing the fish. So we may do that again for her birthday. It depends. She's 4, and I think that she's my little princess. I spoil my kids. My wife gets mad, but I spoil the kids. You only get them once when they're little. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do. And here's my boy Jacob Cobweb. Jacob, you're coming in late. You're gonna have to watch the replay, dude. You missed a lot of fun stuff. But that's all right. I'm just busting your balls. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna end the stream a little early because, like I said, I got to get Rory dressed and ready to go, and then we're gonna go rock and roll. Because, like I said, I got a bunch of stuff I got to get done. I do have two more. I have two AEW shirts on the way, which are gonna be for the show in March. Because I bought a Sting. They made. Oh, I'm always good. And dude, thank you for coming in through Fig Fever. I appreciate you. Um, but yeah, I got two t-shirts coming in from AEW. They should be here today. If Rescue arrived, they should arrive today as well. I got some other things coming in the mail. I'll be showing that off to you guys as well. I know you will, Jacob. You know I love you, brother. It's all good. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And hey, listen, like I said, just team hashtag replay. Hashtag replay. It's all good. I know we are all busy. We all have our own lives, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through and spending your time with me. All right, y'all. Catch you on the flip side. See you next week. Stay geeky, y'all. Peace.